My name's Tim, and I'm gonna climb that mountain. Welcome. Today, I'm going straight up 7 miles and over 3,000 feet of elevation on the Lost Cabin Trail. I hope that's not true.
All the lies we were told, all the lives of the people running around, their castles are burned.
I just came to the intersection about a quarter mile from the Palmer Creek trailhead in which you connect with the Lost Cabin Trail. 15-mile loop, and I am hiking it counterclockwise. So quite an uphill battle on the way up, but either way, you're going to be going downhill the entire way on the way down, whether you go clockwise or counterclockwise. It's uphill, all right. It's mid-October. I started hiking about 11:30 a.m. And I plan to hike anywhere between 4:30 and 5:30 because the sun goes down about a quarter after 6 now. So I don't feel like night hiking tonight, especially since today is going to be a rough day. I'll probably roll into camp sweaty and wet. And it's going to get in the 30s tonight, so I need to get dry. No fires out here. I'm going to stop for some lunch here real soon. It's about 1:45 and making decent progress for an old man. That rock looks like a face. I still got hiking to do. This would be a pretty epic campsite, about 3.5 miles in. It's a damn shame. I hope I find something cool wherever I'm going. So I gotta say, if the water situation on this entire hike pans out, I'll be hiking this trail again. It is beautiful. And so far, lots of places you could camp. Famous last words, perhaps, but it is hard to escape the choppas out here. But I've been on a nice level or downhill stretch for a while, which can only mean one thing. Gonna be going back up at some point. Mile 3.5, water. And according to the old trusty paper map, I'll be following this little creek for a while. And considering it's October, this is probably a really reliable water source. Fucking helicopters. Tent campers. So I just had an animal encounter. Almost shit my pants. A grouse. If you know, you know. Junction time. This sign over here says Lost Cabin Trail to Black Elk Peak, that direction. But there's also this sign here, which says horse traffic only. And All Trails is telling me to take the horse traffic part. Fortunately, I have been on some of this part of the trail, so I know I have to go this way because I see that Flasher's Point and the junction to number 9 up to Black Elk is indeed this direction. Okay, you know that whole little segment I just made you watch about, oh, I'm such an expert and needed to go that way? Well, I can go that way, but the horse traffic is along the creek, which is also in the Black Elk Wilderness. And if I go that direction, over there, I lose the creek and I enter Custer State Park, where I can't camp. All Trails, You're right. So the way I see it, I got 3 options. 1, stop at mile 5, which will be my last water source until about mile 10 by the looks of it. 2, hike all the way to Black Elk Peak tonight and go to about mile 7.7. Hopefully with enough water, and then hike to water in the morning and hike out. What was option 3? I don't remember. 2 options. This place is awful. Now I'm in familiar territory, and I have to decide if I'm going to camp. Mr. Mike G and I camped right over there, about 50 feet once, or if I'm going to continue on up, because it is only 3:30, and maybe it'd be pretty sweet to make it for sunset. Regardless, I think I got to get water here. So I've decided to press on from that stream and campsite again and press on to Black Elk Peak. I'll see how timing goes. I'm not going to push myself too hard, but maybe I'll get up there by sunset. And I am now on number 9, which is what helps complete this loop of, what's it called that I'm on? Lost Cabin Trail. Calling it. This might be the most utterly beautiful hike of my life. I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'm gonna make it. Wow.
Pick me up with golden hands. They say, they tell you to run. I would like to hold my little hand. We will roll, we will.
I made it. And right now, it's just me and this mountain goat. Wow.
Well, I would like to hold my little hand. We will run away. We will crawl away. I would like to hold my little hand. We will run away. We will crawl. Send me on my way. 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 Send me on my way.
So this is the fire tower. You can go outside by going downstairs.
Well, I would like to reach out my hand.
So there is always water pooled up here. If you know whether or not it's safe to filter, comment down below. So now do I wait for sunset? Or should I just have a little Scooby snack and start looking for camp? I think I'm gonna go part way down. Grab a snack there. I got no more of these short stairs left in me, I know that much. So that's 7 miles in, and Black Elk Peak is about 7,300 feet, the highest peak east of the Rocky Mountains.
Pick me up, well, golden hands, oh, they may see you, they may tell you to run. You know what they say about the young?
So when you come down from Black Elk Peak, you're going to go left on number 9, or approximately north, if you're a directions kind of person. Attention! This is not Sylvan Lake Trail. Switchback, switchback. On my 20th switchback. That is the backside of Mount Rushmore. It's been one hell of a great day. Yeah, boy. I might have to hike all the way down this damn mountain to find viable camping, though. Which is fine, I'll do some night hiking. But once I hit that hammock tonight, I'll have earned it. It's been a tough hike, but one of my favorite of all time. And tonight, I'm going to devour some ballritos. So, night hiking it is. I'm 9.5 miles. But I might go all the way to another mile because it looks like some flat spots. Plus, why not hit double digits for the day? He did the mash. He did the monster mash. The monster mash. Just after the 10-mile mark, water. And a camp that I am taking. I am bushed. My dogs are barking. I'm going to start heating up some meatballs while I set up my rainfly, I think. Call it an early night. I'll show you around camp tomorrow, because I'm not even sure what it looks like. It's so damn dark out here. Feels kind of cool, but I'm right off trail. Cheers to a 10-mile day. See you in the morning, gang. Nothing like getting woken up by some inbred sounding birds. "8:30 a.m. Finally rolling out of bed. Let's get out from under this tarp and see what camp actually looks like in the light. Not too shabby.
Beast in me is caged by frail and fragile bars, restless by day
And my friends, the two big
and by
rocks.
night, ransom rages at the stars.
And a little bit bigger one over there.
God help the beast in me.
Pretty spectacular camp for just finding it in the dark. I'm going to pack up. We're going to hike out of here. 4.5 miles today. No trace left. Time to hike out. 4.5 miles, most of which will still be on the number 9 North Trail. That means north of Black Elk Peak. Then I'll connect for a little while with, I think, is 8 by Willow Creek Horse Camp, and then back to Lost Cabin Trail to the car. Off we go. That way out there is Black Elk Peak, where I came from in just a short time last night, even some after dark. And it's just a testament to humans, because I'm a weak and feeble old man with bad habits. And look how far your feet can travel when you just put one foot in front of the other. I should definitely probably mention that You got to watch your step on this trail. There's a lot of loose, big rocks, and I've almost eaten shit. I'm not sure if that's grammatically correct, but ate shit? Eaten shit? Comment below. No less than probably a dozen times. A couple real close calls. One time I'm actually happy to have at least a third point of contact with this trekking pole that I don't normally carry. So yeah, if you are going to hike it, the beauty's beyond worth it. But you got to watch your feet. So a lot of stops are required just to turn around and see the views instead of mouth breathing the views while you're walking.
The beast in me has had to learn to live with pain.
Guess who just lost a couple pounds off their overall carry weight?
Shelter from the rain.
Junction time. I've just come off the number 9 trail and I will be joining number 8, but you can go either direction. One of them goes towards Highway 244 and Willow Creek Horse Camp, etc. The other one goes south a ways. At least, yeah, south. So I'm going to take the southern route. That's what All Trails says to do, and my paper map. I don't think it would matter either way. You'll still wind up at the same place. Just be cautious at this junction so you know which one you want to take. Mile 12.5. Oh, water. I don't need any because I'm only 2 miles from the car, but throughout from mile 11 probably to here, spectacular areas for camping.
God help the beast in
All right, almost to mile 13 and a little intriguing spot, including water for sure. Just something that looks pretty beautiful. Maybe even a waterfall by the sounds of it. Oh, cool. So I done made a mistake. I followed this bridge just being oblivious and following the obvious path while ignoring this trail right here. So I'll put a screenshot on screen where I screwed up here, but you actually have to take the path less traveled in this case. So at this junction right by this bridge, take that route. So let's summarize what I would say is hands down the most scenic hike I've ever hiked out in the Black Hills of South Dakota. Again, it's one of 2 national scenic hikes in the Black Hills, and it does not disappoint. Not for the faint of heart. 7 miles uphill, basically, 7 miles down, both having their own individual grueling tolls on your body. But it is one of the most spectacular 15 miles you will ever hike. The first 5 and the last 5 have water and campsites abound. The middle 5, you can make it work both ways, but in the fall especially, water is going to be a tough one to find. Camping too, but it's an option in the middle 5. I think this would be a great 2-night hike because there are all sorts of tempting side quests along this trail that I'd like to do again in the future so that I can hike off into some places that looked awesome to camp. Places like that waterfall I showed earlier that are just kind of off the beaten path to a degree. And what else can I say? This is a beautiful, beautiful trail. This is where we all began. Back to the Palmer Creek spur, where I will find my car. Cheers. We'll see you real soon.